Ever wondered why a simple pencil holds a secret code? Those tiny numbers and letters are actually a sophisticated shorthand. Let's crack the code of the world's most underrated tool. Think about the pencils you reach for every single day, whether you're highlighting a textbook, sketching a quick idea, or just scribbling a grocery list. Chances are you've never given a second thought to those tiny numbers and letters. Stamped, near the eraser. Number 1. Number 2. HB. They feel like arbitrary labels, don't they? But these symbols aren't just industrial jargon. They are a sophisticated shorthand for a fascinating blend of materials science. A pencil might look like a simple stick of wood, but that core is actually a precision-engineered composite. That determines exactly how dark, soft, or crisp your marks will be. Today, we're peeling back the wood to uncover the science. Behind pencil grades and why picking the right one is the secret to a better experience, writing a poem or an exam. Before we decode the symbols, let's travel back. The modern pencil started with a massive stroke of luck in the 16th century. In Borrowdale, England, locals discovered an enormous deposit of pure graphite. They initially thought they'd found coal, but it wouldn't burn. It left a brilliant black mark. These early pencils were crude, chunks of graphite wrapped in string. However, pure graphite is brittle. In the late 18th century, French chemist Nicolas-Jacques changed everything. Faced with graphite shortages, he figured out how to mix powdered graphite with clay and fire it in a kiln. This was the eureka moment. By changing the ratio of clay to graphite, he could control the hardness of the core, giving birth to the grading system we still use today. Technically speaking, a pencil grade is a delicate chemical balance. Graphite is a form of carbon where atoms are arranged in flat layers. This allows the material to slide off the tip, onto the paper with almost no friction. Clay, on the other hand, is the disciplinarian. It's hard and provides structure. The more clay you add, the harder the pencil becomes. In the US, the famous number 2 reigns supreme. This corresponds roughly to the international HB grade. HB stands for hard black, designed to be the middle ground. Dark enough to be legible, but firm enough that it won't crumble or smudge the moment you touch the page. Now, if you grab a number 1 pencil, you're dealing with a much moodier instrument. It has a higher proportion of graphite. This means it glides across the paper like silk, leaving behind deep, dark lines. But there's a trade-off. It wears down fast and smudges at the slightest provocation. This is exactly why you rarely see number 1 pencils in classrooms. They're just too messy for the precision that Scantron machines and teachers demand. The plot thickens internationally. While the US sticks to its 1, 2, and 3, the rest of the world uses a spectrum of letters. The H grades stand for hard. And as the numbers go up, 2H, 4H, 9H, the core gets increasingly packed with clay. These are tools for architects, who need hair-thin lines that won't budge. On the flip side, you have the B grades, which stand for black or bold. A 6B pencil is so soft and carbon-rich that it feels almost like charcoal. When you're holding a standard number 2, you're essentially holding an HB. A number 1 is roughly a B, and a number 3, which is quite hard, lines up with H. For anyone importing professional stationery or working in technical design, this translation is like having a map. This choice might seem trivial, but it's rooted in practicality. Think about those standardized tests. Number 2 pencils became the gold standard because their ratio provides just enough conductivity for scanners. If you use a hard number 3, the scanner might miss your answer. If you use a soft number 1, you get a smear. For artists, however, this spectrum is their color palette. A 6B is essential for rich, dramatic shadows. Meanwhile, a 4H is the unsung hero of fine details and technical outlines that need to stay sharp. Even in the digital age, architects and designers rely on these specific calibrations. Pencils are not one-size-fits-all. They are carefully calibrated instruments, each tuned for a specific frequency of work. Beyond the basics, you have F for fine, which stays sharp longer than an HB. There are even copy pencils with wax coatings, and watercolor pencils where the core is water-soluble pigment. Understanding this changes your approach. Want your journal entries to look bold and expressive? Go softer. If you're drafting a floor plan, go harder. And for that high-stakes exam, stick with the trusty, balanced number 2. Next time, look at that little stamp. It's a calculated promise of performance. It represents centuries of craftsmanship and Napoleonic ingenuity. From the humblest classroom to the elite art studio, this tool proves that design is woven into smallest details. Whether you're sketching a masterpiece or taking notes, the right grade doesn't just make a mark. It makes a difference. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and keep creating wonderful things. See you in the next story.